Welcome to the Ed Burns Arena for today's matchup between the Arlington Spy Ponders and the Stoneham Spartans. Arlington coming off their opening two games of the season, a 9-1 victory over Wilmington and a 3-1 victory over Burlington. So a combined 12 goals scored in the first two games of the season for Arlington. Stoneham, on the other hand, have lost their opening two games to some Middlesex opponents. A close game with Winchester, lost in overtime 3-2, and a 4-1 loss to Reading. We'll go over our starting lineups for today's game. On the Spy Ponders side, it's going to be John Snyder in goal, Sparks and Will Mahoney, the defenders, Sean Patterson centering, Nolan Russell, and Cam Petrillo. Cam Petrillo off to an absolutely fire start to the season. 5 goals already on the season. Nolan Russell, 7 points. Those are the two guys to look out for Arlington. And on the Stoneham side, the important key players for them, you can look at Sonny Saprito, the captain of this Stoneham team. He's a top guy. In goal, they have Jackson Agria. On defense, Giacchetto and Mendez. The forwards for Stoneham, Krasko with Leonard and Saprito. So a minute to go till the national anthem. This is a Spy Ponders team that lost a few key players last season, but it doesn't feel like they've lost a few key players. They lost JP Missouri to Dexter and Kurt Beck also playing alongside him. The two of them leaving for other pastures, but this Spy Ponders team has filled the gaps very well. Patterson steps up into that number one center role to play alongside Nolan Russell and Petrillo, where JP Missouri was in the previous season. He has 4 assists already on the year. Of course, you have Evan Sparks, a key player on the defensive end. He's played some forward, played some defense over his career. Now his senior year, and he is the number one player on that defensive core, joined by Cam Deasy, who has 4 assists already on the season. And he has really stepped up with his added minutes that he's gotten so far.
Miles, is it fair to say that this particular Arlington Spy Ponders team is not only the team itself, but the entire program has a deep bench so that they can just bring people in as the seniors graduate?
Yeah, that's exactly. This town has the ability to just produce players at a rate that they have players in excess. So when people leave, it's not as detrimental as it would be for other teams. So we will switch over for the national anthem, and I will be back. My name is Miles Donato. I will be your commentator here today. Okay, here we go. Puck drops in just a few seconds here at the Ed Burns Arena. Arlington's third game of the season. Starting lineups are actually a little bit different. It's going to be the second line, Dylan Danucci, centered by Drew Beck and Armin Vartanian. Puck won back by Beck for Sparks. Gets the red line. He'll dump it in all the way back behind the goal. Vartanian, the first one, too, of the chase. Has help from Beck, but it's cleared the other way quickly by Krasko. He's knocked off by Mahoney, who sends it into the neutral zone. And Stoneham controls it. Saportito sends it in. Beck now with it with speed on the outside, down the left wing, cutting to the inside on his forehand. Shot, rebound, scored! Already, the Spy Ponders find it. Armin Vartanian scores his first of the season, first point of the season. Quick start for the Spy Ponders. Drew Beck taking the puck up himself. Cut it to his inside. The original save by Sinagra left it wide open for Vartanian, and he capitalizes on that early. Sweeney sends it in for the Spy Ponders. Top line out there now for Arlington. That puck chipped up only as far as Sweeney, who sends it off the boards and back into the neutral zone for Stoneham to control. DZ with it behind the goal. Plays it up for Patterson. Leaves it for Speedy Russell. He's knocked off the puck with the aggressive forecheck. DZ just about keeps that one in, sends it in on goal, and that's covered up by Sinagra. Third line, Younes at center with Seamus Sullivan and Charlie Fecto on the wings. One into the corner on the boards. Sullivan fighting. One out by Stoneham with speed. Going the other way. It's Krasko again. He once again can't keep the puck in cleanly. Younes plays it off the boards. Has Fecto for help on the forecheck. Whiffs on that puck. And now Stoneham with a chance to break the puck out cleanly. Take it through the blue line. Stolen by Younes. Chance now for Younes. Has Sullivan on the inside. Can't get it to him cleanly. But picks the puck back up, back behind the goal. Plays it back for Mahoney. His shot from the point. Saved. Rebound goes out into the corner. Sullivan gets it. Plays it off the boards. Back for Younes. The aggressive stick of Saportino clears that one. Shot from Mahoney. Covered up once again by Sinagra. Already under some pressure is the senior goaltender for Stoneham. Already taken about 5 shots and allowed the early goal. Next line out there for the Spy Ponders is the youngest of the lines. Ruben Williams Jr. centered is the center with Dylan Courtney, a freshman, and Evan Rabb, a sophomore. As a Stoneham player, Captain Michael Taranto goes off the ice and into the locker room. I didn't see if there was an injury or if it was a equipment malfunction. Puck one back to DZ. His shot blocked in front with the moving Michael Taranto, who's back on the ice. Chipped out over DZ. O'Connor over to support. Petrillo scored 4 goals in the opening game against Wilmington. Leaves it for Russell. Russell trying to get it back to Petrillo. Couldn't find that with the puck behind him. DZ keeps the puck in at the top of the blue line. Rebound in front for Russell. Saved by Sinagra. O'Connor for DZ. Shot tipped wide of the goal. And that puck sent out of play on the attempting breakout of Antonio Carpienti. Carpienti. Missouri electing to go first line, back to the fourth line, back to the top line. So it's the fourth line out there now. Sweeney sends it back behind. Battling in the corner, Rad plays it for William. Ruben William up to the top. Sweeney, his shot goes straight into the corner. Deasy steps up to help and sends it back behind the goal. Sweeney again, trying to find the stick of Evan Rad. Giacchetto plays it to his D partner. He waits up, but he can't get rid of the puck quick enough. And the forecheck of Dylan Courtney knocks him off it. Grano trying to clear it, only as far as Sweeney. Sweeney keeps it in. That puck takes a weird deflection off the stick of William and is finally cleared by Stoneham all the way down the ice for an icing. 11:08 remaining here in the first period. On the opening shift, Armin Vartanian found the back of the net on the rebound from the drive by Drew Beck. Those two back out on the ice now. Beck wins it back for Mahoney, across for Sparks. He'll wait up, has it poked away, and now with speed going the other way is Bryce Leonard. He drops it. Now in front, shot. That one wide of Snyder in goal. Now a chance again, blocked by Mahoney. Back up to the point. DiPrizio's shot. That one doesn't get through, and DiNucci plays it off the boards. And Vartanian trying to be the first to that puck. DiPrizio with a forecheck. Poked off the boards with speed. Bryce Leonard, he waits. Shot saved by Snyder with a pad. And DiNucci will control it, trying to play it up to Beck. Couldn't control that pass. Now Stoneham working back here a little bit. Sparks will slow things down. Back behind his own goal. Quick up to DiNucci. Gets the red line. He'll send it in. And his line will go for a change. Chris Giacchetto with it. He'll take it with speed from back behind his goal. Has Nolan Russell trying to knock him off. But still with it are Stoneham. Puglisi loses it. Played to Nolan Russell from Petrillo. In the neutral zone, Michael Taranto. And offsides just barely against Stoneham. Puglisi with a skate over the blue line as the puck was being carried in. Jake Kennedy getting his first shift of the game in replacement for Seamus Sullivan. Stoneham going forward on the draw. Sweeney the first to it. Takes a weird bounce off the boards. Fecto battling on the boards against a few Stoneham players. Worked out for Kennedy. Trying to play Younes. That one off the ice and uncontrollable. So Stoneham with the puck in the neutral zone. A misplaced pass allows the Spy Ponders to send it in all the way down. Durano off the boards and sent in for a change by Matthew McConey. O'Connor. He'll settle things down. Stretch pass. Couldn't be controlled cleanly. Will go all the way down, but it was touched, so no ice. Shot from distance, goes off the boards and into the netting above, and will be a stoppage in play. Nolan Russell on the draw, wins it back for Mahoney. Transition to defenseman. Was a third line, fourth line forward last year for the Spy Ponders. Now starting on the defense. Quick play up to Russell. He's all alone. Nolan Russell just loses the puck all alone. He still has it, though. And he's dancing back behind the goal. Finds Petrillo in front. That shot saved by Nagara. Russell, the first to it, back behind the goal once again, centered in front. Patterson's shot goes off the crossbar and out of play. Good opportunities there for this top line. Nolan Russell had a breakaway, and he just lost control of the puck. Uncommon mistake for the senior with 27 goals on his career. Ruben William wins the puck back, but not cleanly, and Stoneham going the other way. Good defensive play by Sweeney. Wins the puck back for the Spy Ponders. Played up to William. Has Rab. Back to William. His shot saved. Rebound sitting in front. Spartan end up with it, and he'll send it all the way down for an icing. 2-on-1 opportunity for Ruben William and Evan Rab. Both players already with a goal in the opening game against Wilmington. Ruben William, who scored 3 goals last year in a very limited amount of games. I would say he was the 10th forward last year, and so occasionally he would get a couple minutes, and he made the most of them. 3 goals. He got 1 earlier. Mahoney can't keep that puck in. Delayed offsides against the Spy Ponders. 7 minutes remaining in the first period. Will Mahoney off the boards for Sparks. Quick up to Ruben William. He's taking with speed. Has it on the right wing. He'll slow up. Cut to the inside. His shot doesn't get much on it, and it goes back behind the goal. Danucci picking it up. Back to the point for Mahoney. His shot blocked, and puck will sneak back into the neutral zone and will be sent in by Dylan Courtney. In front, Danucci's shot blocked. Broken stick. Drew Beck takes a shot. And there'll be a stoppage in the play. And I think it's going to be for a Stoneham player playing the puck without a stick. Or playing with a broken stick, rather. Daniel DiPrizio. And he's going to go... I think he's going to go to the locker room to grab another stick. But a dangerous Spy Ponders power play now. They've been very successful. Scored against Burlington, scored a couple against Wilmington. And while DiPrizio was going to the locker room, they had Dante Garano sub in for him in the box. He comes back. So a little bit of delay for that. Face-off for the power play, won by Stoneham. And they're able to kill some valuable time sending the puck all the way down to Snyder, who can't control that puck cleanly. Stoneham the first to it, and Snyder forced to cover that one up for a second. A little bit of a dangerous play there. Petrillo holding the puck up. He'll set things up on the power play. Sparks to the top. Plays it for Patterson. Between them, down for Russell. On the left wing, he shot. Saved off the shoulder. Beck clears it back to the point. Patterson. Sparks. Petrillo. Back up for Sparks. Has Nolan Russell on the left wing. Sparks at the top. Russell lets it hit off the boards. 1:11 remaining on the power play across for Petrillo. He'll wait, trying to swing it back to Russell. Goes off a skate in front. Petrillo for Sparks. Russell with space on the outside, back in front for Patterson, backhand for Petrillo on the backhand. That puck sneaks up, and Drew Beck has it. He'll hold it up, play it back for Patterson behind the goal, and he'll sneak out. 45 seconds remaining on the power play. Petrillo. Sparks across. Russell can't control that pass cleanly. Kill a couple seconds. Russell skating up, has Patterson. Shot in front, blocked. Gets the puck back. Shot again off the shoulder of Sinagra. And into the corner. Battling in the right corner. To the left of Sinagra. Back for Sparks. He'll wait. His shot gets in front and poked away with the stick. 11 seconds. Last few chances here for the Spy Ponders. Nolan Russell skating it himself on the backhand. Can't get the shot off. And it's cleared all the way down by Stoneham. Good penalty kill by the Spartans. Sparks will control it back behind his goal. Quickly up. Sullivan across. Shot saved by Sinagra. He's made a couple big saves here for the Spartans. Now the other way, Leonard, his shot goes off the glove of Snyder and into the corner. DZ behind, under pressure, will go the other way. Sweeney. Sullivan hits it in to the Stoneham zone, who control it. Finds Leonard on the left wing. Trying to center it in front. Shot scores! Tommy Aria. Stoneham tie this game at 1. Bryce Leonard finds the defenseman. Tommy Aria in front. Rather, that's Sonny Saporito. Apologies. So Stoneham with a big goal here. They kill the penalty and then go back the other way and tie this game. Mahoney with it, plays it across for Sparks. Hit into the neutral zone again. That will be called offsides against Stoneham. 3:19 remaining here in the first period. It is 1-1. Just shows you how important special teams are. Spy Ponders with a great opportunity there. Tipped in front by Beck. That one goes up and over. Vartanian with the rebound. Can't get that one onto goal. Cleared by Stoneham for an icing. Another offensive zone face-off for the Spy Ponders. Spy Ponders, if they are able to score on that power play, they're up 2-0. And then you have the opportunity to keep pushing and make this game unsurmountable. But Stoneham able to respond, tie this game at 1. So the Spy Ponders have more work to do here. Drew Beck hit off the puck. DZ will send it back in. And that's covered up by Sinagra for another face-off. Top line. The elected choice for head coach John Missouri for this offensive zone face-off. Patterson to try and win this back to Russell or Sparks. One back, but stolen quickly by Bryce Leonard, and he was ready for that one. Played up to the goal scorer and can't control that puck cleanly. Gets back to him. And that shot saved by Snyder. Sparks, deep stretch pass, too far for Nolan Russell, and will go for an icing. .27 remaining in the first period. Vartanian scored his first of the season, 5th of his career in the early minutes of this game. Sparks, stretch pass again. This one disrupted by Krasko. The breakout, hopefully a little cleaner this time. No, that pass from Sparks too far for Russell. Saporito sends that one in on Snyder, and he'll cover that one up. Drew back on the draw. Wins it back for Sweeney, across for DiNucci. Beck picks it up. He's trying to cut to the inside. Has DiPrizio all inside. And that puck sneaks back. The shot from Sweeney goes into the corner. Beck plays it back to him. He'll wind up for another one. That one doesn't make it through. Vartanian had it for a second. Loses it to the corner. Puck kept in just for a moment by Deasy. But sneaks back into the neutral zone. And the Spy Ponders to control it. DiNucci whiffs on that pass, gets it on second effort, loses his glove. He'll go back to pick that one up as Drew Beck takes the puck up and has it poked away back into the Spy Ponder zone. Drew Beck sends it in. A minute remaining. Sinagra covers it up. And so one last shift here for the top unit of Russell, Patterson, Petrillo to try and regain the lead for the Spy Ponders. Puck one back. Patterson moves forward. That puck sneaks into the crease for a moment, and that goes up and over, hits the rafters at the top, takes a slow ride back onto the ice. So we will repeat the face-off in the same spot. Puck one back. Nolan Russell will send it on goal. Cover it up by Sinagra. Just barely getting a glove to that bouncing puck. So once again, a offensive zone face-off. This time it'll be Russell on the draw. Trying to go forward with it. Patterson picks it up. Plays it for Petrillo, shot. And that one once again saved by Sinagra. So a lot of stops and starts here to end this first period. Puck tied up in the middle. Krasko trying to get it out. Patterson turns that shot into the corner. Again, a turning shot. Doesn't make it onto goal and cleared by Stoneham for an icing. And yet another offensive zone faceoff. And so Missouri will send out the second unit. So Puglisi on the draw against Drew Beck. Sent into the corner. DiNucci from distance. Wobbling puck. Sparks for DiNucci. 10 seconds. One last opportunity for each of these teams, maybe. If they can get it cleanly through the neutral zone, they can't. And that will do it for the first period. 1-1, the score. Armin Vartanian opened the scoring in the first shift of the game. Minutes later, Spy Ponders had a power play opportunity, couldn't score on it. And just after that, Stoneham responded. Sonny Saporito with the goal. from the beautiful pass by Bryce Leonard to find him in the slot to tie that game at 1. We will be back here for the second period here on ACMi Sports. Arlington Stoneham tied at 1. Welcome back for the second period here at the Ed Burns Arena. 1-1 the score after the first period. Drew Beck on the draw wins it back for Danucci. Danucci taking the puck up. Is chopped down. And Stoneham go the other way with speed. Giacchetto trying to play it up. Danucci for Mahoney. Quick up for Beck. Battling on the left corner. Back into the neutral zone, Deasy controlling it. Sparks for Danucci. He'll send it in. Beck with the shot. Wide of the goal. Kept in by Petrillo. Finally worked free by Stoneham, and they'll go for a change. Petrillo for Russell. Drop for Patterson. Can't get the shot off. In front again, Petrillo. That one wide of the goal. Sweeney sends it around. Petrillo waiting for it. Plays it for Patterson. Waits. Trying to play it back off the boards. And it's cleared by Stoneham. And that will be an icing. Stoneham have iced the puck a lot in this game, especially at the end parts of that first period. Really slowing the game down, not allowing the Spy Ponders to pick some momentum up. Face-off won by Stoneham. Cicciarello with speed on the outside. Knocked off by O'Connor. Still battling. Centering attempt. Worked free by Sweeney. DiPrizio. Hit hard by Petrillo. And Nolan Russell will wait up, play it for Petrillo. Petrillo waiting, going to the outside, circles back around, finds Russell at the top, shot blocked in front by Toronto. Russell picks it back up with speed, working, stops on a dime, finds Patterson, rebound, Patterson again, saved once again, Petrillo, that one up and over. Sinagra able to make a couple good saves, and that puck goes out and out of play into the family section. Crazy flurry of saves by Jack Sinagra. Able to rob Patterson a few times. Looking for his first goal of the season. That puck sent to the neutral zone for Mahoney, who will send it back in, and Stoneham to control it. Fecto has to wait. Sends it in on the backhand, on the forecheck. Sullivan. Sparks. Fecto trying to center it through his legs, straight to the stick of Giacchetto. He plays it up for Krasko, and an offside's called against Stoneham. 8 minutes already gone here in the second period. Rather, 3 minutes. Sorry, I'm used to the full 20-minute times that come with college hockey and professional hockey. William plays it for Courtney. He'll wait up, play it back behind the goal. William. This is a young line, but a tall line. The fourth line for the Spy Ponders. Kept in by Deasy, stepping up for that one. McConey. He'll send it in to Snyder, who'll control it and play it back behind the goal. Rab trying to find either William, and that'll be offsides against that fourth line. Drewbeck on the draw. He's opposed by Puglisi. One by Beck for O'Connor, who will send it in. Danucci there. Battling on the corner. Giacchetto across for McConey. And sent back in by the Spy Ponders. Giacchetto once again with the puck behind his own goal. He'll skate it up himself through the neutral zone. Played up for Carpentieri. And that'll be icing as the puck went through his legs. He was unable to receive that pass in a clean fashion. Nolan Russell to take the face-off in the offensive zone for the Spy Ponders. Has Petrullo to his left. Mahoney behind him directly. Patterson at the right wing. One back. But cleared by Dylan Krasko. Mahoney trying to play it back. Taken by the goal scorer Saporito. He's hit and played into the corner, but he regains the puck back behind. Stolen by Sparks. Under pressure, swings it back the other way to the right for Patterson. Russell trying to play it back to Mahoney. Switches it for Sparks. Up for Patterson. He'll wait. Start skating upfield. And that cross ice pass taken the other way. And that shot wide all the way down. Russell steps up to it, trying to play it to Petrillo. This top line haven't found the success that they have in previous games. Shot saved by Snyder. Good play by Sparks to lift the stick of the possible rebound. Here goes Nolan Russell with speed. This is where he's at his best. Cuts to the inside, toe drag. Again, can't control that puck cleanly. And it sneaks back into the neutral zone. That's twice now. Nolan Russell with the puck on his stick has just lost it. Now this top line, who have been absolutely dominant to start this season. Petrillo has 5 goals. Russell has 3. That's 8 out of the 12 goals scored this season by this top line. But tonight, nothing so far. Carano, shot from distance. That one wide of the goal. McConey loses it, but stepping up to it is Christian Mendez. Sent in. Snyder controls it. He'll leave it for Sweeney. Trying to quickly play it up for Kennedy. Shot wide of the goal. DiPrizio can't keep it in, but he'll play it across. And that will be icing called against Stoneham. The William line out there. Ruben William, a goal and 2 assists already on the season. Producing quite well in his junior year. Second season playing on this team at the varsity level. Courtney with it. Played for Rab. He'll cut it back the other way. Still in the corner. Trying to center it to William. Goes off a skate, but he still has possession of the puck. It's still Rab. In front for William. It goes off his skate and cleared by Stoneham all the way the length of the ice for an icing. In high school hockey, icing doesn't come with the same punishment that it does the players are able to exit the ice and go for line changes. Mahoney steps up to keep that puck in. On second effort, it's cleared by the goal scorer, Saporito. Shot from distance goes off the mask of Snyder and into the corner, kept in at the top of the point by Giacchetto. His shot wide. Mahoney controlling, up for Vartanian. Plays it off the boards, looking for Danucci. He'll poke it on and work it back to Sparks. His shot goes off his own man in back. Battling in front, back to the point. That shot blocked away by Mahoney. Shot from distance goes off the side of the net. Vartanian plays Danucci. He'll get the blue line, and he'll dump it into the corner and go for a change, or his line mates will go for a change. Finally, he does. Icing called late. That will be another icing call against Stoneham, who are really taking advantage of the fact that they could ice the puck. I think it was a mistaken whistle by the ref. There was a deflection, so it wouldn't have been icing, but the ref called the whistle. And so they'll compromise on the neutral zone. Puck won by Stoneham. Red line, dumped in. Snyder controlling it. Swings it on the right boards. Patterson off the boards, trying to find Russell with speed. And that'll be icing. Just can't beat the puck. A little bit, not enough of an aggressive angle off the boards from that pass from Patterson. Could have found Russell with speed with a little bit less on it. Right in front, shot, glove down by Snyder. Michael Taranto off of the faceoff. He's sitting right there at the top of the circle. Try and win it back. Patterson can't control it, Cellini, but here, 3-on-2 for the Spy Ponders. Nolan Russell has Petrillo at the top. Petrillo fans on the shot, gets it back, and it goes into the corner. Battling. Patterson. Swung around the boards. Sweeney can't keep it in. Great opportunity for the Spy Ponders there. 3-on-2 with your two most talented players in Russell and Petrillo, and nothing of it. Petrillo for Russell. Loses the puck temporarily and then has it poked away, and Puglisi will send it in. Sent all the way, deflection for no ice. Carpso. Leonard can control that pass. He had a good opportunity with space on the left. Fecto finds Yunes. Has Kennedy. That shot wide of the goal. Will deflect up. Pass Fecto. And here with speed comes Stoneham. That shot covered by Snyder easily. But Stoneham fighting back here, looking to take the lead here. It's the top line still unable to produce for the Spy Ponders. And the top line for Stoneham have been successful in this game. Sparks with the puck in the corner. Try and swing it around for Mahoney. Fecto for Yunes. Has a man behind him in front. But he's continuing to battle into the corner. Mahoney keeps the puck in on his backhand. Plays it for Sullivan. Sullivan in the corner. Pokes it forward for Younes. In front, Fecto. Shot saved. And Stoneham the other way. Sullivan, fans on that one, regains possession of the puck, has Younes breaking. Casey Younes holds up, poked away. Beautiful stick by Chris Giacchetto. He has been excellent on the defensive end. And a stoppage in play. And Casey Younes will go to the penalty box, I think, for a cross check. And so an opportunity now for Stoneham. Puck one for the Spy Ponders. Drew Beck controls it, plays it across the wing, kept in at the point by Giacchetto. He'll switch positions and try and rip a shot into the crease. And cleared by Vartanian all the way down. Sangria to play it. Giacchetto with speed. He'll be the quarterback of this power play. Switched across for Leonard. That shot saved by Snyder. It sneaks up around and cleared by Beck. Just barely getting a good piece of that was Snyder. And Nolan Russell out of the box. Has help from Petrillo. It's an aggressive unit on the penalty kill. 4 forwards. It's been something that Missouri's been doing all season. 3 to 4 forwards on the penalty kill. That shot blocked by Beck. He takes a hit as punishment for it, but wins the puck back and clears it off the skate and into the neutral zone. Leonard. Chopped away. 28 seconds remaining in the power play for Stoneham. They can't get back into the zone right now. They elect to just send it in. Snyder to control it. Plays it. Goes off the stick of Beck. And it's cleared finally. And that will do it for the power play. Each team with an opportunity in this game. Both killed. Straight out of the box. Casey Younes with a big hit. Fecto for Younes. Angry about that call. Fecto with speed. Trying to cut it to the inside through the legs. Cicciarello taken down by Sparks. And they'll go the other way with speed. Finds Vartanian, can't control that pass. DZ taking it up himself, the defenseman. Cuts to the inside. Shot, saved, rebound. That one wide. In front for Beck. Shot scores! Drew Beck in back-to-back games. Goal and an assist for the senior. Bryant commit for football, but he's making his name known in hockey. Drew Beck beats the deadlock. Important goal here for the Spy Ponders with 1:14 remaining in the second period. Puck sent in with the touch of Vartanian. DiPrizio sends it all the way down for an icing. The Danucci-Beck-Vartanian line, both goals in this game. Russell Patterson-Petrillo line hoping to step up. Vartanian getting an assist on the goal to match the 2 points that Drew Beck has. They credit Evan Rabb with the other one. .40 seconds remaining in the period. Petrillo, shot, covered up. Sinagra had Patterson breaking towards the crease. Able to stay strong. Offensive zone faceoff. 41 seconds remaining in the second period. Puglisi wins it back. Giacchetto controlling. He'll switch it the other way. Nolan Russell steps up to that puck. Centered for Petrillo. That shot saved by Sinagra. Sparks sends it back in. 23 seconds now. Maybe one opportunity for Stoneham if they can take it in cleanly. Russell gets a piece of that puck, but still, it's Stoneham. Tied up in the corner. 5 seconds. Chance now if he can get a shot off from distance. Patterson all alone. And that will do it. For the second period, Drew Beck with a late goal to take the 2-1 lead. Important goal. The key to this game so far has been that second line of Danucci, Beck, and Vartanian. And the top line, really disappointing with their efforts so far. We'll be back here for the third period on ACMi Sports. My name is Miles Donato. We will be back for the third. Welcome back for the third period here in the Ed Burns Arena. The Spy Ponders lead the Spartans 2-1. Drew Beck getting the late important goal in that period. Of course, it's his line out there to start the third. And what a game they have had. Both goals, Armin Vartanian scoring the first one in the first shift of the game. And then Drew Beck in the final minutes of the second period getting the game leading goal. The net is off its hinges in Snyder's goal on the left. So a slight delay to the start of this third period as the refs fix that. The Stoneham first line out there. They've had a solid game. Bryce Leonard with the assist on the Sonny Sopertito goal. Dylan Krasko, the other winger on that line, has also had a good game. Drew Beck wins the faceoff back for Sparks across from Mahoney. Mahoney in the neutral zone, plays it to Danucci. He'll send it in for Vartanian. Danucci centered in front, no one there, and Leonard will take it the other way. Krasko. Leonard's shot blocked. Both Mahoney and Sparks getting their sticks in there to disrupt that shot. Quick line change for Missouri sending out the Patterson line with Deasy and Sweeney as the D pair. Shot saved by Snyder off the faceoff. That's the second time that they've worked Taranto open off the faceoff. Deasy across, trying to find Petrillo. On the wing, centers. Nolan Russell with the shot, spinning. Patterson back to the point. Sweeney, he'll take a shot and tipped out of play by Petrillo. Nolan Russell to take the face-off. Try to shoot off the face-off. That one was blocked in front. Now, chance for Stoneham. Sent in on Snyder, and he'll just cover that one up. Spy Ponders 2-0 coming into this game. Wins over Wilmington and Burlington. 9-1 victory in the opening game against Wilmington. As that shot once again covered up by Snyder. In a game that saw Cam Petrillo score 4 goals. He's really made himself an opening night specialist. The year before that, a hat trick in his opening game. So 7 goals in opening games over his last 2 years for Petrillo. It's a pretty good record, that is. In the neutral zone, Spartans send it in. Battling in the corner. Mahoney with it now. Played for Patterson. Gets past the red and the blue. Cutting to the inside. Patterson shot. Saved by Sinagra. $13-12 remaining here in the third period. 2 shifts for the Spy Ponders. Chance there for Patterson. Younes on the draw, tied up and won by the Spartans. Toronto with speed. On the backhand, goes off the post. And Younes wins it back. Switches it to the other side. Sent in by Fecto. Sullivan with the forecheck, wins it back, trying to center it. DiPrizio sends it clear. And a breakout here with speed. Puglisi drops it for Toronto. He's hit by Younes. Puglisi, shot blocked. And back into the neutral zone. Toronto trying to take it once again. Spy Ponders' third line struggling to get the puck out cleanly. Hoping to get a change quickly. Younes will get the red line. His line goes for a change. Rab cuts in, shot. Saved in front, still clear. Courtney has help from Rab. Up to William on the backhand, can't get it. Rab controlling it. William keeps it in. William behind the goal. He'll wait. Stops on the dime. Plays it for Rab behind the goal. Fourth line controlling the puck for the Spy Ponders. William with a big hit. That will be instantly called against him. That will be a boarding call. In an area of struggle this season has been the amount of penalties that the Spy Ponders team has given up. They gave up probably 7 in the first game. And they had some bad ones against Burlington. Ended up 5-on-3 for a considerable amount of time. And a timeout used by Stoneham. Here in the third period, 11:06 remaining. They have a power play. And so they'll huddle up and discuss what to do on the opening faceoff, how to set up. Missouri on the Spy Ponders side, drawing up plays of his own. 2 minutes. Stoneham will have an extra man to try and tie this game up at 2. Stoneham, the first one out there. They're ready. Toronto on the draw. Trying to win it back. Giacchetto. At the top of the key, his shot blocked by Vartanian. And the kicks into the benches to show support. Giacchetto with speed. Good stick by Petrillo. Again, the aggressive penalty kill of Missouri. Vartanian, Petrillo, Russell. 3 forwards out there on the penalty kill, with Sparks as the lone defenseman, a defenseman who's played forward a decent amount in his career for the Spy Ponders. Leonard, his shot wide of the goal, goes back up to the top of the point for Giacchetto. Back to Leonard. His shot saved by Snyder. Rebound, fanned on it. An A1 opportunity there, and he just couldn't get the shot off cleanly. Spy Ponders changing. Stoneham go quickly. Grasco drops it for Leonard. Shot blocked by Younes with the stick, and that goes out of play. 47 seconds remaining on the power play for Stoneham. They'll send out the second unit. Can be Puglisi most likely on the draw. Cicciarello to it. Take it instead. Patterson knocks that one out of the air. Giacchetto keeps it in. Trying to swing it to the other side. Carpentieri. Hit by Deasy. Puglisi. Up to the point. And that one sneaks back behind. But no icing, no offsides called. Just 20 seconds now as the puck in the defensive zone of Stoneham. Deasy on the backhand, 8 seconds. Last chance here. Puglisi's shot hits his own man in front, and Drew Beck plays it off the boards. William out of the box. Receives that pass from Beck. He'll go with speed on the outside, trying to cut it back in. Can't get around Giacchetto. Still battling. Trying to move it on his forehand. Now a chance. Sweeney's shot wide of the goal. Petrillo behind. He waits. Trying to kick it up to Russell. Nolan Russell alone. Goes for a tough angle shot back in front. Petrillo saved. Still battling. Patterson helps out, gets it to Russell. Russell skating in circles all the way around. Try and play it back, and that's deflected off a Stoneham stick and back into the Spy Ponders zone. On the outside, centering in front, covered by Snyder. Krasko looking to tie this game. 8 minutes, 2 seconds in the third period left. Drew Beck on the draw. He'll kick it to himself. Falls to the ice, though. Sparks within the corner. Puck kept in by Ryan Day. Off the boards, Danucci kicked down. Trying to get it across to Vartanian. And he'll chip that one in. Beck the first to it, using his body. Vartanian cycles it for Danucci. One more for Beck, back in front for Vartanian. Poked away by Leonard. Smart with the stick. And that shot deflects off the stick of Sparks and out of play. Face-off won by Younes. In the neutral zone, Stoneham. Shot from the outside. Pad saved by Snyder. Deasy controls it behind the goal. Goes one way. Holds up again. Plays it to Fecto. He gets the red line. He'll send it in. Younes into chase. Aggressive forecheck for the Spy Ponders, wins it back. Fecto using his body to shield the puck. Loses it, but regained by Younes. Younes now, chance, shot, save, rebound in front, poked at it. It's still wide of the crease. And eventually a whistle called. Good opportunities there for Casey Younes. And company coming in, try and poke that one free. But Sinagra able to hold on to the puck. Patterson to take the face-off for the Spy Ponders. Shouts from Stoneham for a tripping penalty. None called. In front, Petrillo cuts to the outside, shot. That one just wide of the left post. Mahoney plays it for Russell, back to Mahoney. Patterson leaves it for Russell. Up for Patterson, back for Russell. Going behind the goal, surveying, plays it back for Sparks. That shot blocked in front. Russell the first to it. Shot, scores! Nolan Russell breaks through. His 28th career goal. That's 4 already this season. He had 10 last year. With the departures of JP Missouri and Kurt Beck, all expectations are on Nolan Russell to be that top man, to be the player to produce. And he has done so this season. 8 points for the senior. 4 goals, 4 assists. They award Patterson and Petrillo the assists on the Nolan Russell goal. Stoneham looking to come back now. That shot deflected out of play by Deasy. Important goal by Nolan Russell, picking the puck off after that original shot was blocked. And he rips it top corner. Deasy controlling the puck behind his net. Plays it for Sweeney. Up for Vartanian. Deflection, so no ice. Rab battling in the corner. In front for Beck, saved. All alone, Drew Beck looking for his second of the game. And he's robbed by Sinagro. I know that's one he would want back. He already has one in the game and an assist. Petrillo taking that face off. And here goes Leonard. Gets around Sparks, shot saved by Snyder. Rebound picked up by Russell, going the other way with speed, trying to play it across for Petrillo. Mahoney behind for DiNucci. Here goes Russell, play it for Petrillo. Petrillo battling on the right wing. Some line changes, DiNucci out there with Russell and Petrillo instead of Patterson. .409 in the third period. Younes with Sullivan and Fecto across. Sweeney's shot looking for Sullivan on the right wing. Fecto holding it. Sweeney. Chance now for Stoneham with speed. Cicciarello. His shot wide, and Younes will go with speed the other way. Scored his first career goal in the opening game against Wilmington. Vartanian keeps it in for the Spy Ponders. Try to find Younes on that breaking pass. Too far in front. Fecto will go for a change. Younes to follow shortly. Casey Younes partial to a long line shift. He's being called off, still on the ice. Vartanian across for Sparks. His shot saved. Younes finds the rebound. Battling. And he loses the puck, and Leonard takes it the other way with speed. On this left wing, Leonard has been dangerous. It's how he set up the first goal, or the only goal that Stoneham scored in this game. Here goes Sparks to the inside, scores! Beautiful, beautiful. Evan Sparks. Takes it down himself, toe drag, lifts it up and over. Sparks gets the fourth of the game. Missed the first game with an injury. Had 2 assists against Burlington. Gets his first of the season. .4-1 the score here in the Ed Burns Arena. The Spy Ponders starting to capitalize on their chances now. Snyder with a save. Rab all alone here. He's knocked off, and now Stoneham the other way. Leonard, shot. That one just wide of the goal. Looking to sneak it past the right pad. And a whistle called. Drew Beck to the box. I think for Drew Beck to the box. And so now a power play opportunity for Stoneham. They will pull the goalie. And so it'll be 6-on-4 for the Spartans. It's a penalty kill, so the Spy Ponders can take free shots all the way down the ice. Nolan Russell, who scored the empty netter against Burlington, gets one here, his second of the game. Nolan Russell. Nothing through the first two periods. Scores 2 in the third. Second empty netter of the season. Empty netters in back-to-back games. If I'm not mistaken, the second penalty kill goal of the season for the Spy Ponders. Petrillo had one from Russell against Wilmington. 5-1 the Spy Ponders. They're still on the penalty kill, but they have 3 forwards on the ice. Mahoney with an assist on the goal. His 8th assist of his career. Doesn't have a goal to match it. Still looking for that. 1:13 remaining in the game. The Spy Ponders lead 5-1 over Stoneham. A 3-goal explosion here in the third period. Spy Ponders will remain on the penalty kill for the remainder of this game. Petrillo in the corner battling. Without a stick, he's still kicking the puck. And he's taken down, but he's still battling hard. Shaw onto Snyder. He'll blocker that one into the corner. Centered in front. Sticks in front. Good box out by Sparks. And another penalty called against the Spy Ponders. Petrillo to the box. A roughing penalty against Petrillo. So 5v3 here. The net is empty again, so 5v6. At the top of the key, waiting. That shot doesn't get through. Good stick by Sweeney. Getting in front of that shot. Blocked in front again. And that will do it. The Spy Ponders defeat the Spartans 5-1. The second line of Danucci, Beck, and Vartanian were dominant through the first two periods. And then Nolan Russell, 2 goals in the third to ice the game. Spy Ponders moved to 3-0 on the season. The Spartans dropped to 0-3. So 3 games down for the Spy Ponders. They allow 1 goal in each of the games. 9-1 victory over Wilmington, 3-1 over Burlington, now 5-1 over Stoneham. But after this, on New Year's Eve, that's when things start to heat up for the Spy Ponders. State champions, Catholic Memorial, come to the Ed Burns Arena. and then a game against Winchester and Pope Francis, Belmont. That's the meat of your schedule. So these 3 games, the Spy Ponders have been absolutely dominant. But we will see how Arlington fare against some tougher opponents in the near future. My name has been Miles Donato. Final score here at the Ed Burns Arena, 5 for the Spy Ponders, 1 for Stoneham. Here on ACMi Sports.